Bismillah. Okay, if there is a question regarding last session, आप लोगों का कोई क्वेश्चन है लास्ट सेशन के हवाले से, then you may ask now. Okay, हमाद आपका, if you have any question. Okay, so we start from where we left. The cryptography. Cryptography is primarily an area which deal with generating the encrypted information. So the basic theme is that we have data, and then we have an algorithm which can encrypt the data. So an algorithm and when data pass through that algorithm, it become the encrypted data. Okay? The data become encrypted. So in that case, this is called a cipher data. Okay, see. So the cipher data is primarily or the information or whatever you call it. It is not a data. It is not any information. It is something which closely resemble with the garbage or meaningless information. So code, we can say. So, and this text, when there is the same algorithm or another algorithm, then this data is fed to that algorithm. Then it will generate the same data. So this is the way how it works. So whenever a sender send the data, it encrypt that data. So the data is encrypted. And the receiver, when receive the data, it decrypt that data. So the communication will take place in a way that if someone can have access to the data in the channel, then what we get is the ciphertext or the information which is meaningless. There is no meanings attached to the information. So this is the way, and if there is some storage in between them, for example, want to store information in a database, then this database stores the information in the form of encrypted data, which has no meaning if someone stole the storage. So कोई अगर storage को data से हासिल कर भी लेता है, but it has no meaning to the thief. उसमें कोई information उसके लिए मौजूद नहीं है. So there are also schemes, for example, the third party or the broker type of setups. So what they do, they actually take care of the data. So the setup is like a sender and a broker and a receiver. So sender has an agreement with the broker. So this communication is primarily encrypted communication, uh, but the broker actually establish this communication channel, and then broker on behalf of sender send information to the receiver. And broker establish the channel, and then the security or the data security between from sender to receiver is the responsibility of broker. Broker work in different models. For example, it may be one-way broker or it may be two-way broker. There are possibilities that on one side there is broker one, and on the other side there is broker two. So these kind of systems do exist in the market for commercial applications. Even within the campus networks, if they are secure enough, जैसे for example अगर कोई सिस्टम डिज़ाइन कर रहे हैं एक यूनिट, और उसमें जो उनके लोग हैं वो आपस में डिज़ाइंस को शेयर करते हैं, then there is a secure channel which is established between them. So the primary function of cryptography is to hide the original information so that it appears to be meaningless while on transit and also when stored. Cryptography is the process of converting meaningful data, which is known as plain text, into a scrambled data, which is called the ciphertext. Mostly for transmission across any communication channel that can be deciphered, mean it can be converted from ciphertext to the plain text or converted back into the original data. ठीक है, decipher का मतलब क्या है? Converted back into the original data. So the story between the plain text and the ciphertext is very interesting. So we have a plain text and we have a ciphertext, and then we have a cryptographic algorithm. Okay, right here. So we have plain text. We have here the ciphertext. And here we have a cryptographic. So a crypto algorithm which primarily convert the plain text into the ciphertext. Similarly, there is a decrypt algorithm which convert it back. Okay, so if I make another box here, which is primarily a decrypt algorithm. So in this way, the cipher data converted into the plain text. Usually, these two algorithms come in one package, so they can be used for a bidirectional transfer of data from one point to another point. Now, the interesting part here is what this cipher is primarily. Okay, this cipher. Cipher is an information which is primarily very difficult to comprehend or nearly uncomprehendable. This cipher is derived from the Arabic uh, number, which in English called zero. So in Arabic it is called cipher, and in English we call it zero. So this is the invention of Muslim scientists which are working on the mathematics. So what the Muslim era did, they primarily when in the Khalafat of Hazrat Umar Raziyallahu anhu and beyond, the libraries and the knowledge from all over the world is primarily transferred into the Arabic region or Arabic Peninsula. Then they translated that knowledge into the Arabic, and then they enhance that knowledge. So what they find in the previous text is the existence of one in primarily mentioned in quantities. For one quantity is mentioned with let's say one dot, for example, or any other symbol. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, similarly 7 and 8 and 9. So this information is available in the previous literature, but instead of when there is nothing primarily, then they usually use a dash. That means is small segment of a line or a hollow sign. For example, uh, that there is nothing primarily exist. Then Muslims primarily make a concept which is called zero, and this zero is invented during the Muslim extension of the science and the body of knowledge. And from all over the world, people who are interested to learn the concept of zero or cipher, they travel to the Arabia and spend a lot of time to understand how this cipher primarily can be used in mathematics. So because the difficulty of understanding this cipher, they spend many years to understand the concept of zero, which we can understand with few minutes of effort. But at that point in time, they spend many years to understand the concept of zero. So that contribution, when this the region, the area of cryptography, the field of cryptography evolved, then to recognize the concept and the difficulty behind the understanding of the concept of cipher or zero, they actually used the word ciphertext, a text which has no meaning, which is very difficult to understand. And so this is the contribution, and this is the logic and the history behind this name. So uh, so similarly, these numbers, as you can see, these numbers are called English translation of Arabic number system. Remember, the Roman number system is starts from 1. Roman number system do not have 0. 1, 2, and 3. Similarly, it goes on up to x, which is 10, and then it starts from x and 1, 11. Remember, Roman system do not have a 0. Okay, they do not have a 0. There is no thing beyond one से पहले कोई चीज नहीं है. So they do not have even representation of negative numbers. So this is the English translation of Arabic numbers. So that's why whenever you use the word processing system, you often encountered that these numbers are Arabic numbers. Okay, so they are the English translation of the Arabic numbers. So this is the contribution of Arabs, and the region of that is the Muslim era. Okay, now coming back. So the in cryptography, the concept is explained in this diagram. The Bob is a person who send information to Alice. Alice is another person. So Bob send hello Alice, and similarly the Alice received the message hello Alice. So the message is typed in, let's say, mobile phone or any other computer, for example, or laptop, and it go through the encryption algorithm. After encryption algorithm, we get what is called a ciphertext. Okay, this is the plain text. Example of a plain text. And this is the example of a ciphertext. Okay. And then this ciphertext is sent through the channel to the receiver where a decryption algorithm works, and that decryption algorithm is then generate the original text or the plain text. So the main item is how this encryption algorithm works is a secret key. Secret key is nothing but a simple code, binary code. Okay, this code is used the encryption algorithm and the same code is used in the decryption algorithm. So both Bob and Alice have this secret key. That means that code. तो इस कोड की मदद से जो है वो इंक्रिप्शन भी हो सकती है और डिक्रिप्शन भी हो सकती है. दिस इज ए very simple setup and the basic setup in which this cryptography works. एक छोटी सी एग्जांपल ले लेते हैं. जब आप डिजिटल लॉजिक डिजाइन पढ़ रहे थे. अच्छा, मुझे 1 मिनट दीजिएगा. आई हैव ए विजिटर. इट टेक 1 मिनट. Okay, thank you very much. Some unusual guest. Okay, but now the problem is, if this key is stolen, then there is no need. There is the whole purpose of this setup is compromised. Okay, at this point in time, I would like if any student have a question.
No, sir.
ओके रुचना, आप अपने जो आपका ग्रुप है उनको आप एक मैसेज दे दें कि वो ऑनलाइन आ जाए. और इसी तरीके से अरहम, आप भी बेटा अपने जो ग्रुप है उसमें एक मैसेज दे दें, क्योंकि मैं देख रहा हूँ कि कुछ स्टूडेंट्स जो हैं वो अभी मौजूद नहीं हैं. ओके
सर 6 सेमेस्टर वाले सारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं.
जी, थैंक यू. अरहम, आप बेटा देख लें जरा, आपके ग्रुप में स्टूडेंट कम हैं. Okay, so this is an example of a digital certificate which is used primarily in place of a code, for example. So these setups are very common, and let me first understand you, because this is primarily a concept in which the broker comes in. So, for example, when we go to the Aga Khan University Hospital website, so they abbreviated their website as aku.ed. aku.ed. So, and there is a possibility that someone else can primarily register with the AKU.edu and start using the name of AKU.edu. So what they do actually, they contacted a authority which is called certification authority. जैसे पाकिस्तान में वो authorities हैं. So similarly, there is a certification authority. They contacted a certification authority which is called DigiCert, and that DigiCert issued them a code, and that code primarily include a lot of information, and this code is called a digital certificate. So that digital certificate is valid through a duration, and they charge some amount to the AKU.edu. So whenever a user access the AKU.edu website, then the website generate AKU.edu website generate a reference to this certification authority, DigiCert, DIGI, okay, DIGI. थोड़ा जरा ये माउस जरा गड़बड़ कर रहा है, okay. So then the user, when contacted the AKU website, which is binded with the DGI cert, then a verification information is exchanged between the web browser at the user end and the DGI cert, which verify that the site they are accessing is genuine website. If the website is not genuine, then a broken link will appear. Broken link means on the AKU.edu website, you will find a small cross and some information. There's either the certificate has expired or this website may be a spoof website, that means a fake website. In case if there is a cross, then this website may be a fake website. So this kind of setup is enforced through digital certificates. So digital certificates primarily are used by the commercial or the websites by the organizations, and they establish a link or a communication agreement with the certification authority, and then certification authority register the website with them. And if someone contacted to the certification authority with this information that I received a certificate from this AKU website and I want this certificate to be verified or not verified, and then if the DigiCert verify that this is primarily the certificate which is issued by us, then the website is okay. But if not, then this website may be a fake website, or it's the certificate has been expired. So this is the concept behind it, and certificate are issued to a domain, like there is a static. So all websites with the .aku.edu can use this. For example, email.aku.edu can use this, web server.aku.edu can use this. So this is the story of a certificate, and this is a big area, and lot of companies are primarily investing in it. इसमें जो है ये अब स्टैंडर्ड बन चुका है। और इवन तमाम इसको वेरीफाई भी किया जा सकता है अगर हम थोड़ा सा टाइम आउट ले लें। अगर थोड़ा सा टाइम आउट ले लें so this is the aku.edu website, and here is the site information, and this site information has a certificate, and if I can go through the certificate I will get a information similar, but with the new primarily timings, the agreement is now renewed. This timeline is from 2020 to 2022. So before this 28/11/2022, they need to again establish a link with. There are more details as well, although this is not as बहुत छोटी सी screen है, but there are more details if we want to know about this uh, the certificate in somewhat details. Okay, so you can access it from here in Chrome. Okay, there is also certificate part. Oh, this is primarily refer to the DigiCert. So it refer to the DigiCert through a secure server which is established by the certification authority. So even you can view the certificate which is primarily used by the secure view certificate. So this is another certificate which will appear, and you can see this certificate is primarily used by the certification authority by itself, and then there will be another certificate for the DGI cert as well, okay, which is the primarily the organization. So this way a chain of certificates is established, and this chain goes on, and you can verify this chain up to the from the starting domain to the top of the other root of the certificate organization. So this is a broker, and broker main created a setup in a way which is acceptable. We can go to another site as well. For example, if I can go to the Sindh government's website. There is a Sindh government official web portal of the Sindh government. Okay, so we can go to the and see if there is a certificate which is issued to this. Okay, so we can see there is a different certification authority, and its name is also different. And this certificate is issued to the sindh.gov.pk and 2021. Okay, 2021 is it's July 2021. And similarly, we can see the DigiCert. The DigiCert primarily the website which primarily give the certificates. So we can see what is the rate of the certificate at this point in time. So multi-domain SSL certificates, they work for up to 250, and we can compare and buy. So the price varies. The basic price is about $1,000, and it goes to the $1,500. जब मैं आवाखन में काम करता था तो they come about in $100 or $80, but they have primarily changed their packages and plans as well. Okay, moving back to the original slides, and we have only 2 slides left, and the time is also okay. So the problem with the keys is solved with another solution, which is a problem in itself as well. So in this case, initially we have, remember, we have only one key, okay? One key, one secret key. But no, because the key has to be shared between two, then a setup is made in which every user, sender and receiver have two keys. One is the public key and one is the private key. Private means it is kept with the LS and only LS knows it. Okay. But the public keys everyone knows it. Everyone has this key. Okay. So in mathematics में अगर A को उलट कर दें तो everyone का sign, everyone has it. But this only LS can has it. Okay. LS, only LS. So by this way, a new algorithm which is based on a combination of private and public key can be established. So everyone communicating with LS uses the public key, and then LS uses the private key to decrypt it. तो इसमें क्या होगा कि हर कोई पब्लिक की यूज कर रहा होगा LS को मैसेज भेजने के लिए, और अगर वो किसी और तक पहुंचता है तो उसके पास चूंकि पब्लिक की नहीं, प्राइवेट की नहीं है, तो वो उस मैसेज को नहीं पढ़ सकता. ओनली LS कैन रीड द मैसेज. ओके, सो हियर एज यू कैन सी LS is sending a message, reply back to Bob. Okay, hello Bob. पहले Bob ने hello किया था, अब LS is no hello Bob. So Bob's public key is used to encrypt the message, and then at the Bob's side, Bob's private key is used to decrypt the ciphertext. So this way, two different algorithms using separate keys can be implemented, and this is the setup which is usually implemented through the certificates, because you can access to the certificates which are public certificates and they have the public key inside. आपने देखा AKU.edu का आपने जो है वो सर्टिफिकेट देख लिया, जो सर्टिफिकेशन अथॉरिटी है उसका आपने सर्टिफिकेट देख लिया. So use that certificate to encrypt information sent to the organization, and then the organization uses the private key to decrypt it. तो इस तरीके से जो है वो, this is the common setup which is being used nowadays. So Kausar have a question. जी बेटा कौसर पूछिए.
सर मेरा सवाल ये है कि पब्लिक की इस्तेमाल करेंगे डिक्रिप्शन के लिए या प्राइवेट की इस्तेमाल करेंगे, ये इनक्रिप्शन के एंड पे डिफाइंड होता है या ये जब रिसीवर के एंड पे डिफाइंड होता है? यानी सेंडर ये डिफाइन करता है या रिसीवर ये डिफाइन करता है कि कौन सी की इस्तेमाल करके हम इसको डिक्रिप्ट करेंगे या कौन सी की को इस्तेमाल करते हुए इसको इनक्रिप्ट करेंगे?
कौसर का जवाब देने से, कौसर के सवाल का जवाब देने से पहले मैं ये बताना चाहूँगा कि अगर सेशन डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाते हैं ना, तो तकरीबन 10 मिनट के बाद दोबारा हम ज्वाइन करेंगे, ठीक है, क्योंकि वी हैव 2 सेशन टुडे. कौसर का सवाल ये है कि डिसाइड कौन करेगा. एक्चुअली दिस इज